Good afternoon and thanks for joining us right here on Midday Kentucky. I wish we had a camera that we could spin around in the studio for you right now.
We need it.
Because whilst I was doing that intro for you, someone was about to walk through the studio. I'm still not quite sure who he is.
I think he is one of the ghosts of Christmas past.
Oh!
Yeah. Jolly
Okay.
old Saint Nick, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Who is it, darling?
Oh.
Ghost of Christmas Present. Okay. I'm like trying to stop and talk at the same time.
And I just got to hear the new music. I love
My new
it.
jingle. Do you like it?
It's popping. Watch out, people.
Truly, do you like it?
I truly do.
Okay.
I love it. It's hot.
You
It's what
like?
the kids want. No, because I heard a couple of the befores and
A couple of the versions.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it's great. So
I love it. Who's my jingle man again, Hannah? Daniel Mason Band, who's been on our show many times now.
Great job.
And didn't he do a good job?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's our new song for Midday Kentucky. Alrighty, everyone. David, what's happening? You're going to tell everyone.
Oh, okay. So don't forget to vote for the Ultimate Big Blue Wedding Giveaway. Today's your last chance. Our two finalists each have a chance to win a wedding worth over $30,000. You have until midnight to vote, and we will reveal the winners live on our show November 29th.
That's this week, everyone. In fact, I think it's Thursday, isn't it?
Yep.
The 29th. We actually will have the winner in here.
This is such a huge
Isn't it
opportunity.
exciting?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing. Alrighty, everyone. I love a little funny video to begin with nowadays.
I love it.
All right, well, normally we see cats as lazy animals, but this one is working hard. Someone spotted a white cat doing what looks like sit-ups under a car. When two men started to walk towards it, the kitty stands up, backs up as if nothing ever happened.
This is great.
What? I just don't know what's going on here.
Trying to get a little workout in. You know, cats are funny creatures. I love it.
Is it just not the weirdest thing you've ever seen? Look.
1,000, 2, 1,000.
Is it stuck? I kept thinking, is it stuck? Is there something wrong with it?
Listen,
No,
you
it just
know,
says it. Doing its sit-ups.
working on that winter body.
It's done more than me today. I just love it.
Super cute.
I just think it's so cute. You know I like a nice video nowadays. So much drama going on in the world. Have you been watching the news?
Yeah.
Just dreadful.
You know, you need a little fun. You know, especially holiday time. You're already probably stressed out running around.
I did last night, and I don't normally talk about. I try not to get too political, but it was just very funny when two of the leading stories on the news last night was President Trump was asked whether he was tear gassing children. No children. Well, then there's big circles of where the tear gas is just about hitting the kids. And then he says the climate change. I think there was 16 of his own government committees that were talking about climate change. No, I don't believe them.
Yep.
I was sitting there thinking to myself, why do I watch the news anymore?
It's the news. It can get that. It can become that black hole. You just go down, and it just like pulls you and sucks you, and you're like, no, what's happening in the world? And that's why you stay in tune with Midday Kentucky.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
we have a little fun.
Alrighty, it's not uncommon to see gingerbread houses around this time of year, right? But what about eating inside one? The Fairmont in San Francisco now provides guests a chance to enjoy a meal inside a giant gingerbread house, which is big enough to fit a table of 10 people.
Now, the house has more than 10,000 gingerbread bricks, over 1,600 pounds of candy, and about 3,300 pounds of royal icing. The chance to dine in the Sweet Palace is available through January 1st.
Don't you just love this?
This is so cool. Just perfect for
That is an impressive gingerbread house.
I mean, I think I'd be trying to like take a nibble of the walls.
Totally. Listen, if I was rich, I'd get on a plane just to go and see it.
Oh yeah. So is this in a hotel? I think. Is that where
Yes,
it is?
it's at a hotel in San Francisco.
Oh yes, that is spectacular.
Look at it on the corner there. Look, you can eat in there, everyone.
Well, and I read a little thing on it earlier talking about how you can pay $500 for an hour and actually just go in and enjoy it and like, you know, do special pictures for it.
Oh.
So that'd be a cool little, like, if you're trying to get your...
On top of the dinner?
No, that's not for the dinner. That's just to get your pictures done in there.
I think it's cute.
Yeah, oh, it's
The
great.
kids would love it.
I would get hungry.
Yeah. All right. I picked this story because of you, David. You're always on Instagram, and so is your gorgeous wife.
It's true.
So Instagram may show pictures of loving, happy couples, right? But could the social media platform ruin your own love life? Experts saying buying into the perfection Instagram portrays can be dangerous. A doctor teamed up with Match.com, of course, to conduct a major study which revealed a third of both couples and singles surveyed felt disillusioned by photos they saw on social media. Now, of course, I have some signs for you, some warning signs that you may want to experience with the results. Envy is the number one. You feel jealous when glancing at those picture-perfect photos.
You know, I don't know if I've felt envious of it, but I do think that you sometimes are kind of like, what am I doing with my life?
Well, no, let's go back to that. It's jealous or envious. I think they're two different feelings.
True.
Sometimes I feel I can envy someone on a holiday,
right,
or someone, you know, I've been looking at pictures of friends just recently who have been skiing.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm envious that they're doing that right now.
Right.
I'm not jealous.
Jealous is a little bit more kind of like a little hate in the heart.
I think it's a little hateful.
Yeah, and I think you're right with that, though,
Yeah.
but I don't really look too much at Instagram and feel that jealousy.
But envious maybe
But
sometimes.
envy is like, oh,
Yeah.
I wish I was on that tropical island.
Yeah, I think envy's an okay thing.
Yeah.
Arguments over posting habits. I'm not quite sure what that means.
So let's say that maybe I'm posting pictures of us all the time, but you never post pictures of us. And
Yeah, see, that would piss me off too.
well, hello, that's me and you, Troy. Okay, I've got pictures of us. I never see pictures of us from
But
you.
I'm not your wife.
I'm just talking about on the show, Troy.
I
I'm
know
just
sometimes
saying.
you think I am, but like, I just think to myself,
I'm just
we're talking
saying-
about you and Brandy.
Right, whatever, Troy. I'm a little upset. Tell Troy he needs to be posting more pictures of Midday Kentucky Crew on his social media.
Right.
Just throw that on Facebook.
I got you. All right, what's the next one, number 3?
Next one, too much focus on social media, which I've totally been in that situation and been guilty of it, where, you know, you're not really in the conversation.
Yeah.
You're on your phone.
Yep.
And I've had that happen with you too, Troy.
Okay, more physical contact with your phone than your partner. I don't know. It's basically saying that, you know, you should be spending more time with them. I will say to you, see, I won't say partner, I'll say I've been on dates where, because the last time I was in a relationship, I don't even think I had Facebook.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been on dates where people have been on their phone.
Yeah.
And gosh, that irritates me.
It's rude. It is. And I think with that, you know, where you're, it's like, hey, maybe put the phone down, hold the hand. You know, be a little, you know, get
I
some
don't
real
like
feel.
anyone touching me in public.
Troy, you're one of a kind, okay?
No, I don't like public displays of affection.
Well, again, some
Do
people
you?
do. Yes. I love, you know, a good handhold.
Holding Brandy's hand walking down the street?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you know.
What about a kiss in a restaurant?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll sit by each other in the
So,
restaurant.
you know, I'd
We're
be
that
judging
couple.
you.
I know you would.
Yeah.
Okay, I
I'd
know
be
you
like,
would.
yeah, it's all good 2 years in. Do you know what I mean?
But it is. I think it's, you just look at people in restaurants and like everybody's on their phone. They're not
Yeah.
talking. They're not hanging out.
I hear you. I
Just
hear
is.
you. I went in and did a story yesterday at an ice skating rink. Yes, we will air that in a few days. But when I walked in, everyone was on their phones.
While they were skating?
No,
Okay.
they were waiting for me. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
So they're all, and I just thought to myself, I wonder why you wouldn't sit around and talk,
Right.
you know?
Well, it's kind of like we create our own reality with our phone. And you just don't really care about what other people are doing. We've
I
lost
still
that.
can't get over you're completely comfortable with PDA.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
Tell me whether you guys are. Go onto our Facebook page. We'll put that story up there. Tell us whether you think I'm wrong. No, see, it's just not me. Even thinking about it, I can't. I've even said to people on dates, "Don't touch me."
Well,
Do you know what I mean? Like I just don't like it,
yeah.
and I don't like watching anyone else. It's not a gay thing. I can't even stand heterosexuals kissing in public. It's just all too much.
Well, and I'm not talking about a make-out sesh, people, okay?
Well, the way you were talking, it was like you would get a room, people. Alrighty, everyone. Bullying is something people can face at any point in their life. Was I just being a bully to you?
That's right. You saw
Okay.
it.
Sometimes it can be difficult to know exactly how to deal with one, especially if you're a parent and the person being bullied is your child. Officials say make sure your child is comfortable talking to you about anything. And if they tell you they're being bullied, talk to the teachers and be mature about it. But what if your child won't come forward and tell you? Experts listed things that could show your child is being bullied at school. I thought this was really important before we get to the full screens. And I just thought kids are back at school, it's Christmas time, it's Thanksgiving, people start bragging about what gifts they get for Christmas and all that. And I thought this was really relevant at this time. Because let's just say, one of the kids go to school, Dee, you know, and they say, hey, you know, they live on a farm, I got a motorbike for Christmas.
Right.
All right, I got a motorbike for Christmas and I got bullied for it at school.
Really?
But I also didn't get other gifts. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and there could be kids there that maybe got, you know, a Matchbox car or something.
Right.
Because their family circumstances.
Yep.
And how do you know if your kids are getting bullied? This was really interesting. Tell us the first one.
So having trouble sleeping or eating, I think
This
that's a
is-
huge sign.
Yeah, I do. Number two, becoming more fearful or aggressive. Yep, that wasn't me, but I was a bit of an introvert. And yeah.
Well, I think people, you know, if they're like fearful to go somewhere because they're afraid they'll run into somebody,
Yeah.
I think that's a big one.
Okay.
Now, 3, feeling well on the weekends but being sick during the school week.
Yeah.
That's a huge sign.
Yeah. Easily embarrassed. I agree on that one.
And then dismissing friends they used to hang out with.
Yeah.
It's definitely, I think this is one of the best things that we brought up, Troy, because it's so real. And then just on the whole cyber level with the phones and whatnot, it's kind of hard to find that safe space. So talk
Yeah.
to your kids.
Well, I think the most important thing about it is that your children, and I don't just mean boys, because girls get bullied too.
Oh, they're ruthless.
You know, and they can rip you apart. And I remember watching some of the kids at school that were bullied, and I'm sort of sorry now that I never said anything,
Right.
you know?
I think when you're a kid, sometimes you're afraid, like if you do say something, or not even a kid, because I think this was smart, you can be bullied at any time in your life.
Yeah.
But people are afraid that if they do get involved, the attention's then going to be turned on them.
Yeah, maybe I was thinking that as a kid, but I just know, I still remember those kids, I still remember their names, and I can see what was happening, even to this day.
Oh yeah, it's
Weird, huh?
I think we've all had that point where I remember getting bullied.
Yeah.
And it was, I remember, like, you know, my dad, he put me in Taekwondo after that. He's like,
Really?
well, you got to defend for yourself. But it was also, he would talk to my teachers. I mean, it was,
Okay.
yeah.
Interesting. Tell us what you think. We'll put it up on our Facebook page. Now that Thanksgiving is over, you can now look forward to seeing your family and loved ones all over again at Christmas. But let's be honest, you may not be incredibly close with all of your family, and these may be some people who try and pry into your private life. Here are some ways you can avoid that awkward situation, David.
So skip the family drama by traveling or staying home.
Yeah, that's me.
That is Troy.
Yep. Infidelity. Oh, sorry. Identify those topics of conversations that make you uncomfortable and have a few canned responses ready. Infidelity. Listen to me.
Yep. just
Oh,
being
my
real.
Lord.
That's another segment. Real
That's
Talk
a
with
whole
TT.
other show.
Coming up with the follow-up questions. For example, if someone asks you about your breakup, say, hey, I'm in a better place, and then ask about how their new home is.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I like that.
Yeah. No, see, me, I just say, oh, look, shut up and get me another drink.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember, you're allowed to say politely, I don't feel like talking about it. Here's one thing, people. When people ask me something that I don't want to talk about,
Yeah.
it's like you never asked me.
I've seen this in real
I will
life.
completely blind you. It's just never going to happen. It'll never come out of my mouth. You won't get a response. It's just the way it is.
I think that's good,
It's-
though, because you set the tone. I think if people are kind of like, well, you know, blah, blah, blah is happening, and it's kind of like, no, shut them down in the beginning, or
Yeah.
just don't pay attention to it.
Well, I do. Not on Thanksgiving, but on Saturday, I did say something. I said to a friend of mine, well, I was at someone's home on Saturday night, and I was walking in, and one of the gentlemen that was there, I said, oh, nice to see you again, blah, 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 you know, nice bloke.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, how you been? And this is before I actually walked into the house. And he said, oh, I just bought a house in Florida. I said, oh, great, you'll love it down there with all the Trump supporters. See you inside.
Oh my gosh,
And then I walked in, I thought, what did I just say?
You're that guy.
I didn't mean it in a
Gosh.
bad way. I thought I was being funny. He didn't say anything either. He did talk to me again over the lunch break. We had a turkey leg together. Alrighty, everyone, coming up, how Greenbox is giving back to the community. You're watching Midday Kentucky. See you in a moment.